everybody, how you doing? I am going to answer today an email that I got after the video posted from the other day. If you remember, there's an Ask a Question button right near the video that you can send through questions, comments, any feedback that you might have. So I did get an email that I thought would be really good to go ahead and answer in one of these videos because, again, I think a lot of what we're all feeling is collective, and what somebody else asks might, really might help you out. So I'm going to read it from my phone, so that's what I'm reading right now. So basically, the question was, I am someone who operates most effectively when I limit distractions. Before things got like this, I was operating at a solid level. Not perfect, but really organized and sticking to a schedule. Now I am finding that not only does my schedule have to change, but I have to balance the chaos of managing a business in this environment, as well as being a good father and husband. I am confident in my ability to deal with things this way, but I am not confident I am always selecting the most optimal route for days that feel complete and filled with meaning. What advice do you have to get back on track? Thank you in advance. So this was really an important question, I thought, of the comments that we got, because again, I do think that it can kind of help everybody think through this. And the person that sent the email in is Anthony. So Anthony, the first thing that I want to say to you, which you'll almost always hear me say is, whatever it is that you're going through, I come back to this. It's perfectly normal. We're all, navigating this the best way that we can, and it's all new. So whatever you're all feeling and experiencing, it's a journey, it's new for all of us, and I think we're all doing the best with, what we have. In order to shed some light on, the idea that the schedule is changing and we're kind of having to work around doing things a little bit differently and maybe not having the full confidence that we're doing it to the best of our ability. What I want to share with you guys today is something called mastery versus performance orientation. And basically, there are two types of perspectives for approaching any situation. Whether it's a situation that you're in today with what we're all going through, or whether it's just your life in general going forward. When you navigate your life from a performance orientation, you are basically coming from a perspective of you're comparing yourself. It's like a contest against yourself and against others. There's a lot of judgment around how you performed. Could you have performed better? You're very attached to the outcome of what your performance brought. There's a competition. That's the word I was just looking for before. It's a competitive kind of orientation. And you're very attached to, the outcome of the performance. Did I do this well enough? Could I have done this better? And then you kind of heap this judgment on yourself of, I could have done that better. Or, I really sucked at that. That's not going to do you very much good, not now and not really in the future either. So the other side of that is coming to the situation with what we call mastery orientation. And this is really important because a mastery orientation is basically understanding that you approach any situation with a desire to continually learn and grow. Um, you focus on what you've learned during the situation, during your performance, right? You come away from it with, if it didn't turn out exactly the way that you hoped, you ask yourself the question, what can I take away from this? What did I learn? How did I grow? There's always, always an opportunity for growth. And then you know more for next time, right? We're always learning in some way. Um, as an example, let's say that you're not a baker, but you decide you want to bake something, and the first time you do it, you set the oven too high because everybody's oven is a little bit different, right? And your cookies, you bake cookies and they come out and they're burnt, and you could spend 8 hours, uh, saying crappy things about yourself and what a terrible baker you are. Or you can say, all right, what did I learn from this? I learned that my oven is 30 degrees hotter than maybe it should have been, and so I'm going to turn down the heat next time. And then just that instance itself could lead you to actually learn in other aspects of your life as well, right? It's not just about the baking or the oven. So basically, the idea is not only to be able to go with the flow and be a little bit, adaptable right now and in the future, but also to acknowledge, what you might have learned from the situation. There is value in every single experience that we have. Sometimes you just have to look a little bit harder for it, right? It's easy to kind of go to the negative and think, woe is me, or this really sucks. It can be a little bit harder to broaden your horizon and shed the light on, what might this be teaching me? What have I learned about myself? And if you do that, guys, I trust, you will be way more prepared for situations in the future that might have to call upon what you learned in this situation. So that's my message for today. I'd love to hear what you guys are learning about yourselves. So click on the button, send me some feedback, let me know how you're all doing, and hopefully I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.